Since 2010, the Environmental Protection Agency has been embroiled in an enforcement battle with a Michigan-based company accused of modifying the state's largest coal-fired power plant without getting federal permits for a projected rise in pollution. On December 7, as the Supreme Court was considering whether to hear the case, EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt issued a memo that single-handedly reversed the agency's position. No longer would the EPA be second-guessing DTE Energy's emission projections. Rather, it would accept the firm's intent to manage its pollution without requiring an enforceable agreement, part of President Trump's broader push to reduce the burden on companies, he wrote. The little-noticed episode offers a glimpse into how Pruitt has spent his first year running the EPA. In legal maneuvers and executive actions, in public speeches and closed-door meetings with industry groups, he has moved to shrink the agency's reach, alter its focus and pause or reverse numerous environmental rules. The effect has been to steer the EPA in the direction sought by those being regulated. Along the way, Pruitt has begun to dismantle former President Barack Obama's environmental legacy, halting the agency's efforts to combat climate change and shift the nation away from its reliance on fossil fuels. Such aggressiveness on issues from coal waste to vehicle emissions has made Pruitt one of President Trump's most high-profile and consequential cabinet members. It also has made him one of the most controversial. Critics describe his short tenure as an assault on the agency's mission, its science, and its employees. We've spent 40 years putting together an apparatus to protect public health and the environment from a lot of different pollutants, said William Ruckelshaus, the EPA's first administrator, who led the agency under both Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan. He's pulling that whole apparatus down. Yet, allies praise Pruitt for returning more power to individual states while scaling back what they see as the previous administration's regulatory excesses. It is a stark change, the way they solicit input from the industry that they are seeking to regulate, said Karen Harbert, president of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce's Global Energy Institute, who welcomes the shift. In an interview, Pruitt said a priority during his first 10 months in office has been listening to stakeholders that actually live under the regulations that we adopt. I don't understand how that's not what I should be doing. Already, some people are speculating about what his future holds. As Oklahoma Attorney General, Pruitt was widely viewed as a potential gubernatorial candidate there. Since he joined the Trump administration, rumors have swirled about whether he might pursue a Senate seat. He regularly heads to the White House mess for lunch, which provides more opportunities to run into key presidential aides. Privately, he has mused about whether he could occupy other cabinet spots, according to individuals who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss confidential conversations. The man who spent years railing against the long reach of the federal government now seems determined to make his mark in Washington.